Veritas NetBackup 10.x and NetBackup Appliance 5.x Administrator VCS-285 exam dumps questions can help you study all the related topics. Share some Veritas VCS-285 exam dumps questions here. 1. Storage Lifecycle Policy SLP1 is used to perform a backup and duplication. The backup is always a small 100 MB backup. The master server host properties for SLP parameters are set to the default values. How can the administrator ensure the duplications run as soon as possible after the backup completes? A. Reduce the job submission interval setting to 0. B. Reduce the minimum size per duplication job setting to 50 MB. C. Right-click SLP1 and select Manual Relocation to Final Destination. D. Increase the priority for secondary operations in the SLP. 2. An administrator configures a default standard DI system backup policy, which backs up very large file systems from a set of clients. There are multiple scheduled backup attempts configured. How can the administrator reduce the amount of time needed to complete these backup jobs alter failures? A. Configure the take checkpoints every policy setting. B. Increase the job retry delay host property setting. C. Use the resume job action instead of restart job. D. Increase the client connect timeout host property setting. 3. An administrator is attempting to configure a new backup policy using synthetic backups. When creating a new full backup schedule, the synthetic backup option is unable to be selected. What must the administrator do to the policy to make the synthetic backup option available for selection? A. Create a differential or cumulative incremental backup schedule. D. Select a backup destination that supports synthetic backups. C. Enable collect true image restore information with move detection. D. Create a full backup schedule with accelerator forced rescan enabled. 4. An administrator is preparing to perform disaster recovery for many clients whose backups are stored on multiplexed tapes. Which host property should the administrator modify, prior to the restores, to ensure the best recovery time? A. Set enable unrestricted media sharing for all media servers. B. Increase restore retries. C. Increase delay on multiplexed restores. D. Add the client IP addresses to resilient network. 5. Backup images that reside in an MSDP storage pool have been manually expired using BPXB date. Which step must FIN administrator perform to manually free the associated space in the storage pool? A. Run image cleanup on the media server that hosts the MSDP storage server. B. Run an inventory on the MSDP storage pool. C. Run content router queue processing on media server that hosts the MSDP storage server. D. Fun content router queue processing on the master server. 6. Which two appliance performance scenarios benefit from seeding the MSDP pool? Select 2. A. New client backups over WAN. B. New application backups over SAN. C. New VADP VMware backups using media server as the backup host. D. New replication to a new DR site. E. New clients with large file systems containing small files. 7. Which information is validated during an image verification operation? A. Data on the client is validated with data on the volume. B. Data on the client is validated with data in the NetBackup catalog. C. Data on the volume is validated with data in the NetBackup catalog. D. Data on the client and the volume is validated with data in the NetBackup catalog. 8. What is the purpose of the login and password settings in the Disaster Recovery tab of a NetBackup catalog backup policy? A. To specify credentials required to access a network share. B. To encrypt the NetBackup catalog backup data. C. To require credentials to perform a catalog recovery. D. To encrypt the disaster recovery file. 9. Which type of backup schedules are available when using the after each backup session schedule type for an NBU catalog policy type? A. Full. B. Differential incremental. C. Vault catalog backup. D. Application backup. 10. Which action is performed by the NetBackup deduplication plugin? A. Writing data segments into the MSDP containers. B. Processing MSDP transaction logs. C. Performing file fingerprinting actions. D. Expiring images from the NetBackup catalog.